What's up, horror fans? Anchor Pete here, and in the video you're about to watch, we have Danny, me, and Charlotte and Pepper all together for the first time in one video, and we review Stranger Things Season 1. Now, the reason why I'm doing this little intro is because Danny and I just found out that there's another podcast channel that has the name of Horror Dads. So we kind of have to sit and think about what we're going to name our channel. We love the Lacercast, but it's time for us to come up with something new. If you have any suggestions, you can always throw them in the comments because we're always open for some new ideas. But it's real appropriate that it's named the Lacercast for now because this is our 200th video that we've published on this channel. So Danny and I, and remember we used to have Chris too, we were pumping them out for a while and we've kept it pretty steady for almost a year now. And we've put out 200 videos. I just wanted to say thank you because we would not have gotten to 200 videos if it wasn't for people like you watching them every time we put them out. What's up, Stranger Things fans? Anchor Pete here, and boy, do we have a full cast with us today. Over here, Dr. Zayas, G.O.D., Danny Torkel. How you doing, Danny?
I'm good. What's up?
Danny, this is the first time that we have both of our daughters on one of these shows today.
Yes.
You've done a whole bunch of shows with your daughter, Charlotte. Charlotte, how you doing tonight?
I'm good.
Yeah, you excited to talk about Stranger Things?
Yeah.
We also got Pepper, my daughter, over here. And she's rocking the Stranger Things shirt that you guys got her. Thank you.
We're glad it fits. Happy 11th birthday, correct?
Yes, happy 11th birthday.
Yes, and you know what, guys? We should wish a happy 5th birthday to Stranger Things because Stranger Things came out in July. It came out in July 15th, 2016. So the show's been around for 5 years at this point.
6 days after my birthday.
That's amazing. It feels like it's such a new show, and 2016 feels so long ago already.
Yeah, no kidding. Like Dustin is like 35 now. He's got 2 kids. We're going to ask the girls some questions about just season 1. We're just talking about season 1 today. And so, Charlotte, why don't we kick it off with you? And I'm going to ask you, who is your favorite character in just season 1 of Stranger Things?
I'd have to say probably Nancy.
Okay.
Because she's just a big character in season 1. I just feel like she helps a lot more than 11 kills the Demogorgon, but Nancy did most of the work.
Nancy does have that cool scene at the end where it basically, I don't know if this is 100% true, but I'm going to go on the assumption she's named for Nancy from Nightmare on Elm Street. And she has the scene very similar to Nightmare on Elm Street where she kind of, sets up the booby traps and her and Jonathan and eventually Steve, they get all their weapons. And yeah, that I love that scene at the end.
Pepper, out of the first season, which this is the first time that Pepper's ever watched Stranger Things,
yes.
Right?
Newbie here.
Newbie. Who is your favorite character based on season 1?
Well, I think my answer is pretty obvious. Everyone agrees with me. It's Barb. Like, honestly.
No, did you say Barb?
I actually, weirdly, I really like Jonathan for some reason, and I also like 11 a lot, too.
Okay, if you had to pick out of those two, which one?
11, probably.
11?
Yeah, even if it's kind of classic, she's still my favorite.
Okay. All right, well, Danny, we got to go to you, man. Who's your favorite character?
Oh, I'm Team Dustin all the way. He's just the most fun character on the show. And the actor who plays him is so funny. Gaten Matanzaro, I love the whole teeth thing and how they made that work with his character. But one of the things that's genuinely great about this show is that all the characters are really good. Like there's really no bad, like maybe Steve's friends, but of the major characters, there's so many good characters on the show.
Like none of them are bad.
And what I really enjoy is there's 3 sets of characters. So you have the core group of boys who then bring 11 in. Then you have the slightly older kids with Nancy, Steve, Jonathan, and Barb. And then you have the adults. And you can kind of bounce around from these 3 sets of great characters. But yeah, I really loved them all. It was such an addictive show, I think, because of the characters.
It's interesting, Danny, like you say that about the characters and the kids, right? because I did a little research on the making of the show, and the Duffer Brothers, the two guys that made the show, Matt and Ross Duffer, they tried to shop it around to a whole bunch of different networks. And they pitched the idea of the show to a bunch of cable networks, and they kept getting turned down because the cable network said, hey, you can't have kids as the main characters of the show. Could you guys imagine the show if the kids were not the main characters?
I mean, it'd be kind of weird though to like watch a bunch of adults walk around and make the same kind of choices that the kids did.
Oh, well,
I mean, 11 as an adult, I mean, it might be a little weird.
11 as a kid is way better. I agree.
Yeah, well, what they would have done is they would have had Hopper be the main character that was going to follow Hopper around.
Hopper?
Yeah,
I like Hopper, but I don't know if he like. I think the actor's good and stuff, but it'd just be kind of weird to watch him as the main character.
Yeah, well,
would they have the mom as one of the main characters too? Of Will?
Probably. Yeah, I think it would have totally had like a different dynamic. It would have been way more serious. It wouldn't have been as fun. Probably the nostalgia would have been turned down a little bit too.
Yeah, I think that's why the show works so well. Now, Pepper, have you seen the Goonies?
Not yet.
Okay, so like you've definitely seen the Goonies, and like this show feels like the Duffers were they're probably close to our age, and they were probably channeling all the stuff that we watched as kids: Stand By Me, the Goonies, E.T., and all of those movies from the early to mid 80s all focused on the kids.
Yeah.
And that's what made those movies great. So if I don't know what I mean, look, the cable networks missed out because it went straight to Netflix, and Netflix has banked this show for 5 years now. So
they were going for Steven Spielberg at first for this show, and they were going to name the show Montauk, and they were going to have it like. Yeah, that's a place.
I got my shirt. It says Montauk.
Yeah. First of all, Montauk isn't as cool. Like, I got my Montauk shirt right here, right? No.
Yeah.
But besides that, it was going to be like a beach town kind of mystery thing. And they decided to make it a fake town. That's why they make it Hawkins, right?
Oh, okay.
And then when it came to the actual show, they got a little bit more inspired by Stephen King. And they looked at the logo for Firestarter. And then they were like, it's going to be our logo. And then they saw Needful Things, and they're like, we're gonna name the show Stranger Things instead of Montauk.
Yeah. I mean, you brought up Stephen King. I mean, what's the Stephen King movie with all the kids fighting a dark force? Yeah, right. And that's one of your favorites. Yeah.
Oh,
and there's definitely
over there.
Have you seen it, Pepper?
No. My friend has though. Apparently, the first one is about someone having a period or something. I don't know.
This show definitely had some vibes to it, right? Yeah.
It did.
Oh, yeah.
Like the kids, it was all just the same.
Yeah. Like Pepper, like what was one of your favorite moments in season 1?
Again, it's kind of generic, but I really like the Christmas light scene. I think it's so cool how they all go off and. I don't know, like the flashing kind of, just like it was appealing to my eyes.
You like that? Like the mom set up that system where the lights were by the letters.
Yes.
And he could give like a little message to.
I don't really get the whole thing where he was like, "Run!" Like, dude, why would you keep your mom there if she's possibly gonna get killed?
Yeah, no, he gave her. I think he was like talking to her, and then the Demogorgon showed up, and then he's like, "Get out of there, mom!"
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part too.
Is it really? Nice. Okay. Cool. What about you, Danny?
Oh man. Season 1. I think I like just the progression of Steve from like that generic, to steal Pepper's word, that generic teenage, like, you know, the kind of jerk character, and then he ends up
being
like accidentally there to like kind of apologize, confront her, and then he ends up like picking up the bat and like helping them fight. And like at first I was like, oh, they're just setting him up to get killed here. Right. And then he ends up like helping out, and I was like, oh wow, they actually like redeemed his character. And he is in seasons 2 and 3. I won't spoil anything, but he becomes a very good character as the show goes on.
I never answered before, but Steve is my favorite character of the whole show. But you know, if I was gonna just pick season 1, he does get redeemed, but I'd say Hopper's my favorite But Steve is like, oh man, I'm in the Steve fan club. That's for sure.
I mean, I've only seen season 1. But I really didn't like him, so I don't know if I can look past that. He was kind of a jerk.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, a lot of a jerk actually.
he broke Jonathan's camera, right? His friend wrote like "slut" on the movie marquee. That's
Yeah.
not cool.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I thought he was the one spray painting in that scene because like I saw him, but maybe he wasn't. I don't really know.
Was it him or his friend?
I think it was his friend.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, I was unsure of that too. Like, why would Steve call his?
Well, he thought that she was with Jonathan.
Yeah. That's not cool though, man. That would not fly in 2020. That's
I
for
mean,
sure.
the thing is,
Or
is there were-
2021.
The show really does a good job subverting expectations because it is based on a lot of this nostalgia stuff that we know from our childhood. So we're kind of playing into that, and we're like, oh, we know where this is going, but then it kind of turn, and like you said, he becomes this great character.
We say we know where this is going in mind once you see it.
Yeah.
This was not what I was expecting.
Since Pepper hasn't seen all 3 seasons, why don't we ask her, what do you think might happen in the next 2 seasons, or what would you like to see in the next 2 seasons?
Honestly, I just want Eleven to come back. I mean, they made it seem like she was dead, but then right after they have the Eggo reveal of Hopper leaving some Eggos in like a little cemetery thing
In the woods, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just kind of looking forward to see her return and how they play that out. Me and my grandma, who also watched the show, were discussing this the other day. I know this seems a little lame, but we were talking about how what he saw in front of the mirror, like in the last episode,
Yeah.
and we believe that will become the monster.
Oh, there might be something to that. See, Danny, that's why I was comparing it to Alien, because like when they find Will in the Upside Down, he's got that really long, disgusting.
Yeah,
tooth in
he
his
looks
throat.
like a webbed up victim from like what was it, Hadley's Hope?
Right, in Aliens. That's right. Yeah, so they're definitely playing up on that too. But yeah, we'll see. Some stuff happens with Will in the 2nd season. That's for sure. Yeah.
One of the best parts of the show is actually, for me, was always the theme is so addictive.
Hell yeah.
And the like that opening credits, it's like Netflix gives you the option to like skip intro, and I feel like this was one of those shows that I would never skip the intro, just without spoiling it. Just, do you like season 2 better than season 1?
Yes.
Okay, so Charlotte likes season 2 more than season 1.
Oh, okay. Let's go through that for you and me too. So, what about you, Danny?
No, I didn't. I did not dislike season 2, but season 2, episode 7 is a thing that exists, and I think that severely detracts from my enjoyment of it. And I just love season 1. I thought season 1, the way Pepper mentioned how it at the end where Hopper delivers the food, the Eggos to the woods. I thought if this was a 1-season show and it kind of left off ambiguous, like, oh, she must be alive because who would he be leaving that for? But we don't know. I thought it would have been perfect. It would have been such a great show.
Well, Danny, Charlotte, we had a real good time talking to you guys. It's really awesome to see both Charlotte and Pepper on camera at the same time. We get a little high five, make it nice and corny. Oh yeah, there we go. Nice. All right. Oh, they did too. Perfect.
Let's do the Big Hero 6. Fa la la la.
Oh my God, we're doing it now too. Blah 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 blah. Just lost 3 subscribers. That's awesome. All right, we'll talk to you guys real soon. Thank you.